Hello and welcome to Divine Encounters. Here, we share powerful testimonies of those who've died, fallen into comas, and witnessed the mysteries of the afterlife. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. By doing this helps us spread the gospel to the world.
Join us in the darkness. We wait for you.
Why does the room feel different tonight?
Prepare your heart.
Who? Who is there?
Where am I?
This is the Hall of Records. Few ever stand here. It records the fate of souls who reject mercy.
Make it stop! I can hear them!
Every voice you hear once walked the earth.
No, not them! Please, not them!
The ink is not yet dry. There is still hope.
Why is everyone stopped?
Because this message concerns eternity. Listen.
I did not expect the night to change my life. I only wanted to pray a little before sleeping. But somewhere between the whisper of my words and the silence of my room, a heavy presence fell upon me. My eyes closed on earth but opened in another world. I found myself standing in a vast chamber made of dark stone, lit only by a faint, trembling glow. The air hummed with sorrow, as if every breath carried the weight of 1,000 regrets. Before me stood an ancient angel tall, robed in garments torn by centuries of grief. His eyes were fire and storm together. "You have been brought to witness what few ever see," the angel said. "Where am I?" I asked, my voice shaking. "This is the Hall of Records, where every soul's choices are written, and today you will see the Book of the Condemned, a massive door carved with symbols, pulsed like a living heart." When the angel touched it, the stone groaned open, and a cold, oppressive wind swept through. Inside was a single book, enormous, ancient, chained with glowing metal that rattled like souls crying out. The angel motioned for me to come closer. These are not mere words. Each entry is a life that rejected the call of mercy. As the angel opened the book, a scream tore through the chamber. It was not from a throat, but from the pages themselves, voices trapped in their final sentence. I covered my ears, but the cries sank into my spirit. Images sprang from the pages, visions of people still alive on earth. Some laughed at warnings, some mocked the truth, some drowned in pleasure, others simply drifted away from God without noticing. There were pastors who preached for fame, youths hardened by pride, elders who refused forgiveness. Each face flickered like a flame about to die. "Why show me this?" I whispered. "Because the time of complacency is ending." His voice shook the air. "You must warn them. Every heart writes its own record. Every choice matters." Suddenly, the pages turned to a line written in red fire, and I froze. It was a soul I knew, someone I loved, someone who never believed any of this was real. Tears burned my eyes. "Please, can it be changed?" The angel's voice softened. "Until their final breath, every soul can rewrite its destiny. But many delay until the ink dries forever." A great trembling filled the chamber, and the book slammed shut with a roar. The angel stepped back as the chains locked themselves again. "Go back, messenger," he said. "Speak while there is time. The book is filling faster than ever before." The chamber faded like smoke, and suddenly I was back in my room, breathless, trembling, still hearing the echo of the condemned calling out for one more chance. I knew then that the vision was not for me alone. It was a warning for the world. Sleep refused to return to me that night. The vision clung to my mind like smoke after a fire, thick, choking, impossible to escape. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the angel's burning gaze, and the face of the person I loved written in red fire. Morning came, but my spirit felt heavy. The world around me looked the same, yet I felt as if I had been placed in a different timeline. one where every passing second mattered more than ever. As I walked outside, something strange happened. The sky dimmed for a moment. Though the sun was bright, the sound around me muffled, as if heaven had placed a veil over my ears. A voice, gentle yet thunderous, spoke behind me. The vision was only the beginning. There is more you must understand. I turned, and there stood the same angel from the chamber, though now his form was veiled in human-like simplicity, as if he were shielding me from his full glory. People around me passed without noticing him. It was as if time paused only for us. Why me? I asked. I am not a prophet. I am not worthy of such a warning. The angel stepped closer, and his eyes pierced through me like light cutting through darkness. Heaven does not call the worthy. Heaven makes worthy those it calls. His hand stretched forward, and instantly the world blurred. The street dissolved. The trees vanished. I felt myself pulled upward, faster than wind, faster than thought. When the motion stopped, I stood on the edge of a vast, sorrow-filled valley. Where is this? I whispered. The angel pointed downward. These are the souls who live on the borders of decision, neither fully for the truth nor fully against it. They live lukewarm, drifting, unaware that the ground beneath them cracks a little more each day. I saw multitudes wandering through mist faces, marked with confusion, distraction, spiritual sleep. Some held their phones like chains. Others chased shadows of wealth and pleasure. Some murmured prayers without conviction, while others pretended not to notice the light, calling them from afar. Why show me them? Because the book does not condemn instantly. It records patterns, choices, habits. Every heart is moving toward light or drifting into darkness. Then the angel pointed to the horizon, and I saw something terrifying. A dark fissure was spreading slowly across the valley floor, silent, unnoticed by the multitudes above it. The people kept wandering, unaware that one more indifferent step would carry them over the edge. My heart shook. They don't know. They don't see it. The angel nodded. That is why you were shown the book. Not to fear the condemned, but to awaken the living. Suddenly the fissure flashed with a burst of red flame, and screams echoed from the deep. I felt my knees weaken. Can't they be warned? I cried. They can, the angel answered. But many believe there is always more time. He turned to me with urgency burning in his voice. You must speak, not softly, not later. Now. Before I could respond, the ground beneath the valley gave a violent shudder, and a shockwave of despair rose like smoke. It begins, the angel whispered. The great falling away. The valley trembled again, louder this time. You cannot stay here. There is one more place you must see. His hand gripped my shoulder. The world shattered into light once more. Light swallowed everything. When it faded, I stood on a high ridge, overlooking two realms, one filled with unbearable darkness, the other shining with a brilliance that made my spirit tremble. Below, to the left, was a pit so deep that even light refused to enter. Flames churned like living creatures, rising and falling with the cries of unseen souls. The air smelled of sorrow, of dreams shattered forever. To the right was a city of overwhelming beauty, walls luminous as crystal, towers glowing as if carved from the morning sun, and a river that shone like liquid stars. A warmth radiated from it, a peace so pure that it could heal a lifetime of wounds in a single breath. The angel spoke softly, yet every word struck like thunder. You stand on the border between destiny and destruction. Every soul must choose a path, whether they realize it or not. I stared down at the two realms. Is this the final judgment? I asked. The angel shook his head. No. This is the truth hidden behind every human life. Every action pulls a soul toward light or drags it toward shadow. The book simply records the direction of their heart. As he spoke, the pit roared, and the cries intensified, shadows clawing upward but sinking again. It was not the fire that tormented them. It was the weight of regret, the knowledge of chances wasted, moments ignored, warnings mocked, mercy rejected. My eyes filled with tears. Why show me this? What can I do? I am just one voice. The angel turned to me again. His eyes were not burning now. They were filled with something I did not expect: hope. A single voice has turned nations before. A single warning has saved cities. A single message has awakened thousands. When truth carries the breath of heaven, it becomes a fire no darkness can ignore. He handed me something small, glowing, warm, a piece of light. "What is this?" I whispered. "Courage." His form began to fade. "You will need it. Speak the truth without fear. Warn those who wander. Wake those who sleep. Tell them what you saw before the handwriting in the book becomes permanent." The ground beneath me cracked open, light pouring from one side, darkness from the other. The realms trembled. The angel raised his hand one last time. "Go. The time is shorter than they think." A rushing sound filled my ears, like a mighty wind, or the pages of a great book turning at supernatural speed. My vision blurred. In an instant, I was back in my room, kneeling on the floor, tears dripping onto the blanket. The world outside was quiet, unaware of the revelation that had just shaken my soul. The room felt smaller now, but my heart felt larger, filled with a mission I could not ignore. I looked at my trembling hands and whispered into the silence, "I will tell them. I will not keep quiet." For I knew the vision wasn't meant to terrify me. It was meant to awaken me, and through me, awaken others. The book of the condemned was still being written, but for countless souls, there was still time for a new chapter, still time for mercy, still time for redemption, but not for long. The warning had been given. The message must now be carried. The choice belongs to every heart. And with that truth burning inside me, the vision ended, but the mission had just begun.